School librarians and schools across Missouri are preemptively pulling books off of shelves to avoid criminal charges under a new Missouri law that goes into effect August 28th that bans explicitly sexual material. Yeah. So this is how it works. Basically, anyone who works for a private or public school that makes available material that is deemed to be sexually explicit could face up to a year in jail. Now, there are exceptions for significant artistic value, for anthropologic value, for scientific value, but again, this stuff is subjective, and that is a problem. What I have heard in the conversations that I've had with my local rep and in the research that I've done is that it's highly unlikely that anyone actually gets charged. In fact, school libraries are very well protected with the materials that they provide under these exceptions. But the chilling effect is the problem. I mean, on Tuesday, the Missouri Association of School Librarians sent a message out to all of their members saying they were already aware of schools and districts pulling books because of this new law. It's their recommendation that you shouldn't because, again, they feel like libraries have very good protections. But the chilling effect is an issue. Jess Piper already did a great video earlier this week about organizations that are mobilizing, getting ready to challenge books. And I think that it is no coincidence that we're seeing these organizations start to mobilize right before this law goes into effect. The other issue is how this amendment made its way into law. See, it was tacked on to the Sexual Assault Survivors Bill. This was a bill that was passed with broad bipartisan support that provides protection for survivors of assault. But the conservative caucus in the Missouri Senate hijacked the bill and filibustered to prevent its passage until they passed this portion.
Last night was the red line for me. A bill that has been worked on for months with stakeholders from across the state aimed to help ease some of the second-level trauma that sexual assault victims experience got hijacked by a few men who wanted to talk about another issue. Senator Onder even made a comment about this little bill, as if guarding those who have been through sexual assault is some nothing piece of legislation.
Sure, so that was a press conference where other lawmakers were very upset about them hijacking and filibustering this bill, but it worked. They got their amendment added, and that's the problem. The radicals are running the Missouri government.